To my nieces and nephews, they're telling me they close it because it's too dangerous, because they thought it was me too, you know. Said that's too dangerous for you to be over there, and it is dangerous.
It's a shooting that left a woman critically injured, but new tonight will the crime claim a second victim. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Susan Alderman in for Linda Jackson.
And I'm Jim Bailey. I appreciate you joining us here. Catherine Simmons remains in critical condition tonight. She was shot in the head while working at the Family Market grocery store.
Tonight, the store's co-owner says she might close shop for good. And as Paul Thomas tells us, Friday's shooting was not the first time the store has been wrapped with police tape. Paul?
Susan, Jim, Fort Wayne police still looking for the person who shot 63-year-old Catherine Simmons. Police have no suspects at this time, but police very familiar with the Family Market store on Bowser Street. That's because the store has been robbed 5-6 times in the last 15 months. That is according to the owner. Tonight, she says enough is enough.
I used to go to that store when Miss Simmons wasn't there.
But Catherine Simmons is not there, in her normal place behind the cash register at the Family Market grocery store. Simmons, 63, was shot in the head and critically wounded Friday night while working at the store she co-owns in central Fort Wayne. Now the store's other owner is thinking of packing it in and closing the neighborhood grocery for good.
Thank you. I'm again. I don't know whether we'll be able to continue on like this, because if the people are going to be coming robbing like that, now that's about the 5th or 6th time this year we've been robbed, and it's awful. It's bad.
In fact, it's not the first time an owner of the Family Market has been shot. 2.5 years ago, Arthur Barnes was shot during a robbery. Police do not have a motive in the latest shooting, but Craig thinks it was robbery too, and she can't understand why.
Because we don't make that much. But we just have to make enough to keep the bills paid, you know, and...
But customers worry that 2 elderly women are easy targets for would-be robbers.
I think they should have young people working in the store at nighttime instead of the old ladies.
If the store shuts down, yeah, it's going to hurt a lot of people. It would cause a lot of old people that need to, they walks up here and get pops and things.
Craig wants to stay open for the kids and her neighbors. Tuesday is usually when Craig restocks her store shelves. Today, she canceled her order.
Maybe I get rid of what we have in here, and I really don't know what we're going to do from here. Maybe we'll close, and maybe I don't know for sure.
Neighbors say that the store closing would leave a huge gap in that neighborhood. And Craig herself says the closing in some part will depend on whether Simmons wants out of the business again. Catherine Simmons, the other owner of the store, in critical condition at last report. And Fort Wayne police have no suspects at this time. Susan, Jim?
All right, thanks, Paul, for that report. And as one building in Fort Wayne says it may close its doors, LaGrange County officials are hoping that they can open some new ones.
And both tied to crime. This week, LaGrange County commissioners decided they just can't wait any longer. They will have to build a new jail to handle the soaring population of inmates. The only area with, they're not the only area with the overcrowding problems, however. Noble, Kosciuszko, Blackford, Van Wert County, Ohio, and Allen County, Indiana, have all expanded their jails, or at least considering it. Allen County Commissioner Ed Russo knows very well how difficult it can be to raise funds for a jail expansion. A $20 million expansion he endorsed, rejected earlier this year.
There is a requirement by the public to incarcerate these people. It doesn't say they necessarily want to pay for it.
LaGrange County has not yet worked out how it will pay for its jail expansion. Here in Allen County, commissioners say they will propose another expansion this year. It's expected to add 80 more beds at a cost of about $3.5 million. An Allen County, Ohio grand jury is hearing the case of a prison worker killed at the Lima Correctional Institution. 29-year-old Benita Haynes was found at the facility on August 6th. Prosecution says the grand jury's decision will be released next Tuesday. Authorities say DNA evidence is placing the blame for the death on a pair of inmates. The names of those inmates have not yet been released. 2 Highway Patrol officers called to the stand to testify about the killing today.
A huge drug bust in Auburn late this afternoon. Police confiscated about 1 kilo of packaged cocaine during a drug interdiction traffic stop just before 5 p.m. 2 people in that car were arrested. 71-year-old Henry Castaneda and his 45-year-old son Bobby, both of Chicago, are being held in the DeKalb County Jail tonight under $100,000 bond each. Both men are charged with possession of cocaine with intent to distribute. Indiana State Police, the Image Drug Task Force, and Auburn City Police were involved in the bust. This is the largest seizure of cocaine in the Auburn area. Police say driver error may have been responsible for an accident that killed an elderly Ossian man today. 94-year-old Emil Ponsat was killed when his car was broadsided by a semi-tractor trailer at this intersection just north of Ossian. Police say it appears the car pulled out in front of the truck.
Camera at 1100 North, the passenger car failed to yield the right-of-way to the truck and was struck broadside by the semi and tractor-trailer unit, and they both were shoved off into the field and the northeast corner of the intersection.
So far, no charges have been filed in that accident.
Planners for a proposed extension of I-69 through southern Indiana are heading back to the drawing board. The Environmental Protection Agency says they just didn't look at any viable economic alternatives, and they haven't made the purpose and the need of the project clear. I-69 currently runs from Flint, Michigan through Fort Wayne and then ends on the north side of Indianapolis. The proposal would extend the highway through Bloomington all the way down to Evansville. Bomb threats are disrupting classes, causing a great deal of tension at IPFW. The campus has received 5 bomb threats in just the past 5 weeks. Now, school officials say all the recent bomb threats are requiring temporary building evacuations. That's disruptive, and also it wastes state resources and employee time and energy. So now they're hoping a $1,000 reward will lead to the arrest of the people responsible for the calls. The chief of university police asks anyone with any information to call the campus. You see the number for the bomb tip line there on your screen. It is 481-6827.
Retailers are celebrating what appears to be a successful start to the holiday shopping season. The credit counselors are issuing a warning to the shopper. Don't get in too far over your head. Bankruptcy filings are at a record high, and people are expected to increase credit card usage by 13% over last year. The National Credit Counseling Services says people tend to put away financial worries during the holidays to buy happiness, and it tends to buy nothing but grief when the bills begin to pile up. Well, while everyone's building up their debts, picking up gifts for their loved ones, residents in Providence, Rhode Island are getting an early present. They call him the Dancing Cop. Retired policeman Tony Lepore retired as the town's traffic director, but now he is once again twisting and turning while directing the busy bustle of the holiday season. Lepore is internationally known for his unusual style, and now he's back spreading his holiday cheer at his favorite corner. That is at least until New Year's Eve.
Well, weather today probably made everybody want to go out and dance.
Yeah.
Or at least kick up your heels in
Sure.
sunshine for a little while.
Sure. You know, I was looking under the Christmas tree, and there are presents for you guys under there.
Yeah.
You haven't put mine under there.
No ashes and cold this year.
No, you haven't put mine under there yet.
Well, we're going to wait and see what the forecast is like for Christmas and then decide what we want to get you.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I hope Santa will be nice to me. But it looks like kind of a naughty forecast over the next couple of days, although the temperatures are going to be on the warm side, 40 to 44. Here is a look at our Pizza Hut Weather School question for tonight. Now, the percent of the Earth's land mass that is covered by tropical rainforest is 11, 19%, or 23%. We'll have the answer coming up.
Also coming up after Greg's weather, Gulf War veterans meet with Congress today to show them the effects of Gulf War syndrome.
And a controversial riverboat gambling operation gets ready for its debut. That story up next on the Night Watch.
You're watching the 33 News Night Watch with Linda Jackson, Jim Bailey, meteorologist Greg Shelf, and sports director Steve Rappaport as your 24-hour news watch continues on NBC 33.
This newscast is closed caption, a community service brought to you by Best Buy.
They grow up so fast, in a heartbeat, the moment is past.
I wish my little girl could stay 4 years old forever.
That smile is like a treasure, hold on to it forever.
But she's not going to. So I'm going to take lots of pictures, and I'm going to take my film to Walmart every time, because I know they're going to do a good job. And besides, I'm going to be there anyway.
Save on pictures where you save on film. Always low prices, always Walmart.
Arby's subs. We put more meat into them so you get more taste out of them. Up to 50% more meat than even the leading sub place. More meat, more taste.
Every month we have a little goofy fun in our commercials telling folks about our great deals at Fort Wayne Nissan and Fort Wayne Nissan West. This month, old Santa Bob has some really great deals on all the new Nissans. Plus, we have something extra special.
Santa Bob will be generously donating $50 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation for every car they sell in December. Last year, they made the wishes of 5 children come true. This year, they'd like to do it for 10.
Happy holidays from Fort Wayne Nissan on Lima Road and Fort Wayne Nissan West in the 1469 Auto Mall.
This weather segment is brought to you by Centennial Wireless. Centennial Wireless. It's what connects us.
Sometimes you don't have to look too far for a better idea. Cellular One is now Centennial Wireless. Great connections, more services, new products. Better ideas include a free Centennial cellular phone with even more free accessories. No matter your type of work, Centennial Wireless produces heavenly results with down-to-earth prices. Centennial Wireless, it's what connects us.
Well, currently 41 degrees, 96% the relative humidity, east winds at 7 and steady barometric pressure. We do have a very light rainfall out here, more drizzle, and it's kind of blowing in from the east, but we're definitely not melting out here. We'll give you a report after the weathercast on that. Outside today, we had a high of 47 degrees, the low of 28 this morning. 37 and 23 are the normal temperatures, and 66 and 12 below are the record setters. Going to take a look at it and tell you what's happening over the next several days. We've got continued warm weather across the region, and we've got a weekend cool down on the way, and we're looking at the possibility of temperatures falling from the 40s to the 30s. Want to show you what's happening right now on the radar shot, and we've got some showers that are just to the north right now, but it looks like those are going to stay there, at least the heavier showers, and we're just going to see the lighter showers across our region over the next couple of days. Take a look at the satellite picture, and you can see where these rain showers are and the moisture inside of the clouds. We've also got some moisture back here, and that moisture is going to be working our way over the next couple of days. In fact, we look for it to be quite moist in the atmosphere over the next several days as well. Take a look at all the moisture across the west coast of the United States, and we also have kind of an inflow from the Gulf right now of moisture, and we'll look for those combinations with the warmer Pacific air that's going to be across us through the next couple of days. But you can see where all this shower activity is across the Pacific Northwest and across Southern California and the Southwest. And all of this is going to be moving our way over the next couple of days, and we're going to see the possibility of rain at least through Friday, changing to snow as we finally get a second front through. Okay, here's the situation then. We're going to kind of break it down for you. For Wednesday, we're going to look for the possibility of mostly cloudy skies through the region for tomorrow, and we will see periods of rain at least through the afternoon hours. Then we look for kind of a second system in the upper atmosphere to develop. That's going to bring in more rain showers late Wednesday night into Thursday, and it looks like a third system is going to come in as we head towards the weekend. Here's that first system, the second system coming in very, very quickly, and that third system, still the wild card out there to come in over the weekend, and we expect temperatures to fall after that. Here is that weather system as it starts to move across our area, and on the surface, it's really going to be affecting us quite widely for the next several days. And then that secondary system coming in, and that's got a dose of what we call Parctic air. That's a mix of Pacific and Arctic air, not a real true Arctic. Overnight lows aren't going to fall too much overnight. Let's take a look at our exclusive 7-day planning forecast, and we'll see temperatures in the mid-40s on Wednesday, lower 40s on Thursday, 40 on Friday and falling, and some 30s over the weekend. It's going to be a rather chilly weekend, getting back to near on normal for this time of year. Here is our Pizza Hut Weather School question for tonight. The percent of the Earth's landmass covered by tropical rainforest is 11, 19, or 23. The answer would be 19%, but they probably have one of those counters somewhere, just like the national debt counter that keeps on going and going and going. This one would be the subtraction of rainforest land that keeps on subtracting and subtracting, even as we're speaking right now.
Actually, there is one of those, I think at Disney World or somewhere, that
probably
talks about the rainforest. Epcot Center, maybe. Thanks a lot, Greg.
All right.
Well, taking a look at other news around the country tonight, veterans of the Gulf War testified before a congressional panel today.
Their mission, to give first-hand accounts of chemical weapons exposure. One of the most moving accounts involved Marine Corps Major Randy Hebert, who was unable to read his testimony because he suffers from Lou Gehrig's disease. a disease he believes he got as a result of chemical exposure. Hebert's wife had to relay his words to the panel.
His belief is the Pentagon knew from day one that chemicals were used. And the reason that he says that they have a reason to cover the truth.
Today's hearing comes on the heels of a published report that suggests a Pentagon study discounted the connection between chemical weapons and veterans' illnesses. According to the author of the study, the Pentagon failed to disclose key information about an explosion at an Iraqi weapons depot where chemical gear was stored.
An Indiana riverboat gambling operation tested the waters today. The Argosy Casino left its home port of Lawrenceburg along with members of the Indiana Gaming Commission. If all goes well, the casino could be cruising the river as early as Friday with paying customers on board. The $210 million project has been plagued by a criminal probe and delays in construction. The Marion County grand jury has asked for the company's employment records, but no charges have been filed, and the Argosy denies any wrongdoing.
What appears to be a good deed is sending a Toledo street preacher to the slammer tonight. The Reverend Slim Lake has pled guilty to buying food stamps on the streets at discount rates and then purchasing food for his congregation with the food stamp. As we told you in an exclusive NBC 33 News report earlier this year, his congregation is made up of homeless, recovering drug and alcohol addicts. Lake is the founder of God's Church of the Streets. He now faces up to 2 years in jail and a $5,000 fine. Sentencing is scheduled for next month. Well, when we return, for all those good little boys and girls, Greg included, one holiday favorite, candy canes.
And we'll tell you about a company in the Midwest who creates the sweet holiday treat by doing it the old-fashioned way. I'll explain coming up.
If you've been injured in an accident, put the knowledge, training, and experience of Blackburn and Green to work for you.
Call Blackburn and Green.
Not one, but 2 quarter-pound beef patties. 3 slices of melted cheese. 8 strips of crispy bacon. Introducing the Monster Burger from Hardee's. A hamburger so big no one else would dare try to copy it. Hardee's.
That's a big old burger.
What will they think of next? Breakfast, as in a Monster omelet biscuit with plenty of ham, bacon, and cheeses.
Now that you've got your tree, come to Target for gifts to put under it. Sportcraft's electronic baseball dart game features realistic strategy and scoring for $49. Holiday fare from Mr. Christmas is $69.99. Available only at Target. The merry-go-round, $79.99.
With the elves out sick, what'll I do?
Don't worry, Santa. There's plenty of great gifts at Big Lots.
These classic TV videos are just $3.99 each. Top-flight golf balls make great gifts, $7.99 a dozen. And holiday travel is easy with SkyCab luggage. Not $25, only $18.99 at Big Lots.
One day it's this, one day it's that. But every day, it's the prize. Wow!
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Listen carefully and you can hear it everywhere. New GTE customers warming up their jaws for a marathon of free phone chatting. Because now GTE gives you 6 months of nighttime and weekend calling free, plus a free phone and more. So loosen up those lips and gab for 6 months free and get free monthly service on a second line for a year. Call 1-800-897-3193. GTE. Now that's amazing.
Cool. Later on the Tonight Show, Sarah, the Duchess of York. You know, Fergie talks about
me having my foot kissed by somebody and had a few other things.
Plus, Julio Iglesias cooking with Joan London. New holiday catalogs and a driver's pop quiz tonight. Plus, tomorrow, Chris O'Donnell. And Thursday, Denzel Washington.
It just wouldn't be Christmas without candy canes, but for one Midwestern family, it's not a matter of going to the store and picking up a box. Their tradition, making them by hand, and it spans 100 years.
Candy canes haven't always been mass-produced. There was a time when they were handmade. Some things never changed at Briner's in downtown Champaign. 4 generations of the family have been making the candy since Peter Briner first developed the recipe back in 1898.
After we get the 2 colors put in, or 1 color, whichever we choose, then I'm going to take the biggest piece of candy there, which weighs about 20 pounds or so, and we're going to stretch it on this hook right here. And it'll be caramel colored until we stretch it properly, and then it'll turn white. We're going to take it, turn it into a square, bring it over here, add the colors to this color, and pull it, and stretch it, and do our part to make it look like candy cane.
After they've been rolled to perfection and shaped just perfectly, then it's time for the finishing touch. Now, we all know it wouldn't be a candy cane without the hook. And after just 1 bite, you'll be hooked too. That's why the Briners are still going strong and spreading the sweet secret to the next generation.
What about the taste? I think these are a little better. They got more variety of flavor, and you can make them yourself. I mean, you know they can taste good.
You can see it's not a perfect science. You just sort of get a knack for it. The thing about the candy canes in a factory is every one of them is exactly alike. The thing about homemade candy canes is there's absolutely no 2 alike. And that's what we like.
All flavors, shapes, sizes, and colors fill this display case at the 99-year-old company. And for 1 more year, they'll fill the mouths of hundreds who've grown to consider them the perfect Christmas treat.
Looks good.
Tasty little treat they are.
Fascinating to make.
Well, some local children have more than candy canes on their mind these days. They are putting their artistic talents to use by helping out some of their friends.
This picture was colored by Lindsay Groves. Lindsay is a student at St. Charles School. Each year, the St. Joseph Children's Fund helps provide pediatric care to more than 25,000 children who need that care in our community every year. If you'd like to support the fund, you can call 425-3220. Sports, speaking of sweet treats. Can we say that? Nah, I don't think we can say that. Anyway, Steve's going to be along next with a look at all the sports news tonight, including some local sports.
And the Hoosiers playing tonight.
Indiana heads to Chicago to do a little shopping at Meijer, and they pick up a 3, a tip, a block, and a whole lot more stuff. Plus, the Chicago police aren't looking for Dennis Rodman, and the Bulls don't want to see him either. Somewhere over the rainbow lies tonight's sports, and it's next.
It is time for Fred Meyer's annual end-of-year sales event. Every digital and acoustical piano, organ, synthesizer, keyboard, and disc clavier is on sale. Music, the perfect way to warm your home this holiday season. For end-of-year savings on all our clocks in the forest of grandfather clocks, wall and mantel clocks. Fred Meyer's on Coldwater Road. Take I-69 exit 112A, the music exit. Fred Meyer's.
I know I shouldn't be calling you, Mr. Davis. You haven't seen him since lunch?
Step out of the car, please, sir.
I know this isn't the first time. Mr. Davis, please. He needs this job.
If someone you love has a drinking problem, it doesn't have to end this way. We hope you'll never need charter, but if you do, we'll be here. If you don't get help at charter, please get help somewhere.
These sunglasses were a great idea.
Yeah, we would have been blinded.
It's also sparkly.
Kmart's got it all on sale.
Even the diamonds?
The diamonds, the rubies, the gold, all 60% off.
You're kidding. I could buy everything in the case.
Yeah, do me a favor?
What?
Don't wear it all at once.
That look happens to be very in.
Where exactly is it in?
Where the in people are.
You are really out there.
I know the Macarena.
Take 60% off Kmart's low prices on all fine jewelry. Where else but Kmart?
Oh,
The steak burger of the future.
Steak and Shake.
I gotta tell you, my people just don't have time to make everything. That's why, what with the Christmas crunch, I do all my last-minute shopping at Stuckey Brothers Great Buys Plus.
RCA 35-inch stereo large screen TV, $9.99. 19-inch color TV, $177. RCA VCR, $137. And RCA stereo hi-fi VCR, only $199. the holiday sale at Stuckey Brothers Great Buys Plus.
So are the Hoosiers going to get over their loss last year?
Yeah, and last weekend, 34 points to Kentucky. That was the question. And also last year, as you mentioned, Charles Gillette was razor sharp with a last-second hook shot. DePaul left Indiana with more than just a close shave. They left Bloomington with the upset win. Gillette returning to the Blue Demon lineup tonight after missing the last 23 games with academic problems. And there's a look at Charles at it early, going up strong for the hoop and the Harmoff glass. Not so fast, Charles. IU catches fire. A.J. Guyton for three. Then here comes Andre Patterson. Three from the left, three from top of the circle, and how about from the wing? Another triple. Patterson actually would miss in this game. We've got proof. Right here, it won't fall, but Eras Muye-Zenovich. Johnny on the spot for the tip. DePaul trying to get the scoring going back inside. Jason Collier had other ideas. And from the outside, well, it wasn't working either. Patterson to Muye-Zenovich. Stuff it home. A 31-2 run for Indiana. And when the Hoosiers weren't hitting, Andre Patterson, no. Jason Collier, no. Charlie Miller. Two-handed stuff, led by 22 at the break. About 4 minutes to go. They lead it 65-46. Well, Notre Dame in action tonight as well. The Irish downing New Hampshire by 21, 68-47. Pat Garrity at 18. The Irish now 3-2. Lady Warriors hosting Tri-State at Indiana Tech. Shauna Dunn getting it done for the Thunder. Two off the glass there for the Warriors. It was the Nikki Bryant show. The feed from Teresa Wilson. Bryant had 21, but it wouldn't be enough. Amy Olinger buries the triple. She Dunn and Jennifer Rushton each with 13 as Tri-State wins it by 11. Mark Kilmer's Lady Panthers and Harding in an SAC showdown on the high school ranks. Amber Waves of Grain shining brightly for Snyder. Amber Williams the jumper. And then Antoinette Gregory spots Williams, and she lays it home. Hawks off the inbound coming up here. Lormikia Warren to Temple Braden to Shamika Fannin. But Snyder was too much, more specifically Amber Williams, who had 34. Panthers win it by 19. Woodland and Carroll as the ACAC visits the NHC. Warriors work the ball around the horn. And then cross-court to Kara Moore, who buries the triple. She led Woodland with 19. Chargers answer back in the form of Andrea Kraus. The nice little baseline jumper. But Woodland is tough. Moore inside, this time dishing it out to Angie Womack. Woodland a 59-36 winner tonight. Elsewhere, Leo beats Heritage by, did it carry the three, 42. Black 45. Blackhawk Christian by 10. DeKalb over Angola. Prairie Heights beats Westview. Lakeland over Central Noble. And Northside 7 better than Bishop Lewis. The Bulls have dropped 2 in a row, and they'll now be without the game's leading rebounder / headache for their next 2. Chicago has suspended Dennis Rodman for 2 games following his profanity-laced tirade at an official during a television interview over the weekend. Pacers don't have the night off, neither does Utah. Well, at least Utah didn't. Jeff Hornacek, the backdoor, pretty play to John Stockton, who lays it home. And then Dale Davis, double D, can't get it to fall for Indiana. Jalen Rose, the board, and the nice look down low to Derek McKee. McKee made one there, but this is not how you do it. There, McKee, no. Dale Davis, no. Eric Dampier, Dampier, the rookie out of Mississippi State, and Dale Davis says, well, at least Karl Malone will score. 99-76, the Jazz lead this one late in the fourth. And apparently that's going to do it for sports.
Apparently
it's hoop heaven on a Tuesday.
Yeah, there's lots of basketball down there tonight. Thank you, Steve.
We'll be back in just a minute. Stay with us.
I work for a foster care program for girls. I wouldn't trade my job for anything. When you work with foster care, a lot of times you don't have really a lot of money. So what we have to do is try to make the money that we have go as far as it possibly can. We do that by shopping at Walmart. At Christmas time, they like to come here and shop for gifts. We'll say, remember, it's coming up now. Start saving your pennies. The girls always say to me, oh, that's Zuza's store, Walmart. I love Walmart. I love the prices at Walmart. The everyday low prices at Walmart.
The ultimate, the highest achievement.
The ultimate, the standard by which all others are measured. New York Carpet World's ultimate sale with the ultimate financing. Pay nothing till 1998. Selection and savings unsurpassed. More carpets, better carpets, deeper price cuts, lower prices by far. And pay nothing this year. Pay nothing next year. Yes, no interest and no payments till 1998. The ultimate sale. Shop early. Get to New York Carpet World by Wednesday night.
Whoa! When I think of Dairy Queen, here's what comes to mind. The chicken strip basket. 4 golden strips of all-white breast meat, Texas toast, crispy fries, and country gravy. Hey, this is no Chicken Little, except for the price, just $2.99. Think about that. I'll tell you why this chicken crossed the road. The chicken strip basket. For hotties, cool treats, think DQ.
You work the entire week for an allowance of $1.50. Then wham, someone like Stacia comes along. That hair, those eyes. That's when you need a like Maya. Great stuff, great prices. 'Cause sure enough, kapat, someone like Abby comes along. Meyer, it's easier than getting your allowance raised.
Looks like the warm-up is here just in time for Christmas.
Yeah, it's going to be a little chilly as we head into the weekend, though, and some rain tomorrow.
Well, at least enjoy these warm temperatures while we got them.
You bet.
Well, a local citizens group raised some money, and now they're letting it go to the dogs.
Graduates of the Citizens Police Academy wanted to give something back tonight, so they gathered at the police department and presented the K-9 unit with a check for $250. The group says it heard about the patrol importing dogs for Europe, and they just wanted to help out. The graduates of the Citizens Academy do volunteer work for the department. They help patrol things like Johnny Appleseed Festival and the Three Rivers Festival. And the police dog program is at the center of attention elsewhere. Some other dogs looking for a place to live.
That's right. The Department of Animal Control has a bunch of cats and dogs up for adoptions, but you've got to act now if you want to do any adopting before the holidays. The department halts adoptions for the 2-week period just before Christmas.
Odie would like to come into a home that is calm and has a regular schedule for him. At holidays, he's very busy and active, and he won't have enough time to spend with a new pet.
Now, Friday will be the last day to adopt a pet before Christmas. If you'd like to adopt after the holidays, you can do so beginning on December 26th.
Always some cute animals there that they all need a home, and hope you'll go out and get one.
But either by Friday or after Christmas.
Yeah.
That's the latest from NBC 33, your 24-hour news channel.
Stay with TV 33 for hourly news and outdoor weather updates. Julie Persley and Tim O'Brien back first thing in the morning.